Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the show. James here, your host on this beautiful, beautiful Monday morning. Now, guys, we're going to talk about a bunch of very amazing products, a bunch of very cool stuff, but we are going to mention that we are starting, of course, those amazing deals for Prime Week. That's right, Prime Day is upon us, starting tomorrow, but we're going to start this off with some amazing product release sales. We actually have that new release, the E2000 V2 with an Amazon exclusive discount. You guys can save $900 and get a bonus gift on top of that purchase. Now, that package is going to be a very beautiful package that we're going to showcase to you guys. It's going to come with solar panels. It's going to come with the next exclusive deal and, of course, the station as well on top of that. Now, guys, like I said, we're going to be doing a bunch of cool stuff. We're going to showcase, but we are going to get into the 2000 series a little bit more with that today on today's show. And we're going to start that off today with that show. So we're actually going to start off with the 2000 V2. We're going to talk about the 2000 V2 and the 2000 Plus series. We might even talk about the original 2000 a little bit. It's not in the carousel, but we may go through the differences of these products with you. Lois is in chat, so she'll be able to answer any questions you guys have on any of these products. So like I said, we're going to start off with the 2000 V2 product. And we're going to actually move over there. If you guys can actually see behind me, the 2000 V2 is actually sitting there. The 2000 Plus is sitting right behind it. We're going to attempt to move. There we go. Right there. Look at that. We're in there. We're going to zoom on in. Whoa, a little zoomed a little too hard. Let's move over. So we're going to talk about those two products right there, the one below it and the one sitting above it. We're going to gear more into the one below it first and foremost because this is a brand new product that is releasing today. Now, yes, I've had my hands on it. I was able to show it to you guys for the last few weeks throughout the month because we wanted you guys to see what you guys could pre-order and what you were getting. And that's the really cool part. Now, with that being said, remember, guys, if you purchase this product today, there's a 5% discount code that we are sharing with you to get an extra 5% off. So you're going to have that option to get that price and discount today for this actual piece, which is amazing. So you guys are going to have that option to get an extra 5% off of the already crazy discounted price. Now, the station alone, yes, the station alone is going to be about $1,499. It's actually an amazing deal. That price point is going to do very, very decently well for a lot of different people in the ranges that need a power station that's going to live up to the standards of running a lot of different products. Now, with it, of course, we're going to dive in. We're going to get in, and we're going to get to this. Now, we're going to talk about it. The new shell is actually smaller than the original 2000. Now, it is still about 39 pounds of weight, so it has a little bit of weight, but still not a lot of weight that's going to deter a lot of people of wanting to use this product. Because even with the larger system behind it, they said, hey, let's add some wheels. Now, no, this one does not have wheels, but it does have a handle. You guys can see right here, this is the handle for you guys back there. Now with it, it actually works with the app and app controlled. It has also got what's called low temperature resistant processing kit or protection kit. That low temperature resistant protection kit means if it gets too low on temperature, it's going to protect itself and not damage itself. It also has what's called CTB or cell to body structure. Now cell to body is actually a honeycomb design. That honeycomb design means it's going to take less work of assembling it and building it, and it's also going to take less housing structure for that sizing. Now, cell to body means it's a honeycomb design. Now, a honeycomb is going to be like little round loops set up in a honeycomb pattern like you'd see in a beehive. Each one of those cells or holes is going to hold a LiFePO4 cell. And then that's going to sit in there. And while it's set in there, that's also going to protect it from swelling. It's going to protect it from vibrations. It's going to protect it from shearing and all of the other cool stuff. Now, you're going to see me do a few things. Of course, I'm pulling up my app with my phone because I want to show you guys a few things that this can actually do. Now, with it is 2042 or 2000. Yeah, let me not misspeak today because, you know, it's going to be one of these days. 2,042 watt hours of power through the LiFePO4 cells. Works with the app, of course, fully controlled with the app. So if I pop over this app, I'm going to turn on the flashlight. So we can actually turn on a flashlight on the front by the app. You guys seen that flashlight come on? I can actually go into higher light speed, which is going to bring up the light a little more, or I can shut it off completely. We can also do SOS patterns, so if we need to warn people that it's out there, that it can do that. Now, we can also do, of course, switching through with this. Now, what I can tell you is on the Amazon page, there is actually a $500 clippable coupon with this product, which is amazingly that they added that. So you're going to get a better price than what you're thinking of the $14.99 because there's a $500 clippable coupon on Amazon for this. Now, with this, of course, guys, it's going to do a bunch of other things. First and foremost, I'm zooming in a little bit closer to bring you in to dive in deeper with this product. Because you do have the 3 AC outlets. Now, those 3 AC outlets, or standard American house plugs, are going to do 2200 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 44 if you need to do so. Now, with it as well, you have 2 USB-C ports. One's an 18 watt or 30 watt port. The other is a 100 watt port. You also have the 18 watt USB-A port on the bottom of that piece. Now, with it, you still have that 12 volt 10 amp DC plug or a cigarette lighter style adapter with this. Also has that beautiful, beautiful screen. Now, you guys don't see the screen. Well, the screen is lit up, so you guys can actually see that screen. Showing about 100% battery life right there, and it'll actually show you guys the voltage in and out. Another cool part is, like in the app, I can turn on and off the switches with this as well. So I can turn the AC plugs on and instantly start using this with that. Now, some more things that we can talk about is the lighter weight, smaller achievement by doing the cell-to-body technology, but also the charge rate of this device. Now, to fully charge this in what's called emergency supercharging mode through the wall plug, you can actually have it fully charged in 1 hour of time, which is unheard of other products in its range because it's so big of a battery, and I'm talking about battery to ratio. A 1 hour charge rate's amazingly well done. Now, they do have 2 other charge rates on that part that you can actually change through with this. You can put it in what's called AC fast charging mode, which is 1.7 hours or almost 2 hours. Or you can put it in quiet charging mode as well, 5 hour charge time. Really cool idea, really great options with this, but it also has what's called intelligent battery management system. The BMS is going to determine what voltage and what products should be coming in and out, or what charge rate should be coming in and out of all of these individually plugs. Now, you can also use it with what's called a UPS, or uninterruptible power supply. Now, the uninterruptible power supply off this device means you can plug it into the wall, plug your devices into this, and when your standard house power shuts down, this device is going to instantly kick over in under 20 milliseconds to start running those devices. Now, with that being said, we have, of course, the variation of the product with the solar panels in the carousel as well, which is kind of a cool option because you can actually use this device with 2 of their largest solar panels. And that's going to be the Solar Saga 200s. Now, that is actually a $1,599 price point today because there's a $900 clippable coupon on Amazon for you for this deal. And that is an exclusive because they want you to be able to get this product on release today at an amazing price point. Now, with that being said, we're going to go into this because, yes, you can actually add 2 of those large 200-watt Solar Saga panels to fully charge this device in less than 5.5 hours. You heard me correctly. 5.5 hours with 2 of those solar panels. It's an amazing charge time on 2 panels. Let's be honest. It takes 6 panels to charge the larger ones at 2 hours. So that's 6 of those, and you're only getting 2 of these on this. You're getting a 5.5 hour. That's actually a good charge rate with this. Now, like I said, we have the package deal. That's the amazing deal today for the 2 solar panels and, of course, the 2000 V2 for $14.99. Now, don't forget, though, we also have that 5% discount code that you can use on top of that purchase price because they want you to save a few more bucks today on this show. I love that they added that for you. Now, yes, this still has the same power range as the 2000 plus system, and if we actually back up a little bit, you guys can see the 2000 plus sitting right above it, and we'll come in here and we'll move over and we'll kind of zoom in a little. So that is the 2000 plus sitting there where that unmute and ask questions banner is. Now, with that being said, that's a beautiful power station. It's a nice large power station. It is actually 2042 watt hours of power, just like this one, but it has some other technologies and different styles of plugs. What we're going to talk about though is like the difference between this and the original 2000 V or the original 2000. So you have the 2000 V2 and then you have the original 2000. The original 2000 had two USB-C 100 watt ports, two USB-A ports. You really didn't need all those ports, so to cut down size to ratio, cut down, of course, to 3 plugs instead of 4. You still have three plugs. You have two USB-Cs and one USB-A. They just literally only got rid of one USB-A port because a lot of stuff, and let's be honest, a lot of different stuff's gearing towards USB-C ports. Don't really need the A's a lot. If you need the A, though, you can actually use and connect up with that 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug and add other stuff to this. Now, with the 2000 V2, you can run a lot of cool stuff off of it, and that's what's kind of cool. You guys can actually run a 520 watt refrigerator off of this for about 4 hours or so. If you guys want to run, let's say, 1150 watt window AC, you should get about a little, let's say, under 2 hours of runtime, about 1.9 hours, almost 2 hours. 1150 watt window AC is going to be like a 10,000 BTU window AC. That's a plenty big enough window AC to be able to run off of this device. Now with it, you can do like an air pump for like your air mattresses or of course your inflatable rafts for about 20 hours of runtime as well. Now with it, of course, guys, you can run a lot of different stuff, but you also have the solar panel cabling connections. And that's where I'm going to bounce down here a little more. And I'm going to move the station. Guys, bear with me for a second. So I'm going to flip this over so you guys can actually see that right there. You have the 2 round DC plugs. Those DC plugs are going to allow you to connect up your solar panels. Now those are actually 80-20 adapter plugs, and that's going to be like your standard DC plug, and I'll show you guys a close up of this a little bit later in the show. You're able to connect up 2 of those into that side plug. That is also where you're going to be greeted with, of course, the wall plug as well for charging rate to ratio with this. Now, I'm going to tell you, this device would be great for your Christmas decorations, your Halloween decorations, have them running in all of that. I do apologize, guys. Lois was actually writing me. She can't actually see the show. So I do apologize, everybody. I know you guys heard that typing. So you have those variations, and you can actually plug it in and charge it. You also see the cooling technologies and everything in between. So that is the 2000 V2 at an amazing price rate, guys. It's a phenomenal price point for you guys with that on hand, of course. Now, we were talking about the 2000 V2. We want to talk about the 2000 series. So we're going to talk about its big brother right above it, the 2000 Plus. Hello, Lexi. How are you doing? Welcome to the show. So I'm going to go into the 2000 Plus station, if I can get it to click. And we're going to go into this. So it's the product right above the 2000 V2. So that is the 2000 Plus. With the 2000 Plus, you have a little bit different technologies, different items that you can run off of it. It's the same battery size, right? 2042 watt hours of power between the two, which is an amazing, amazing piece with that. It's actually phenomenal. Guys, bear with us. We're having one slight small technical issue with Lois's can't see the show. Lois, can you hear me? If you can hear me, it's all good. I can give you cues and stuff. So, all right, guys. So 2000 Plus system, large. It is 64 pounds. So it moves from 39 pounds with the V2 to the Plus series, which is 64 pounds. Now, that 64 pounds is there for a reason because it has more connections with this. And that's where it's going to be. Now, we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to bounce around. With this piece, if I zoom on in, and we can actually, you know what? Let's move up. Let's drop down. And I'm not sure why it just did what it did, but let's move into this. Oh. So that is the 2000 Plus system. It's a large system. It has 5 AC outlets. Those 5 AC outlets are going to do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 6,000. And that's where you're jumping up in a little bit of different ranges. The 2000 V2 does 4,400 max, but this one will do 6,000. Now, with it, you do have the standard 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts charging capability, 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts, and the 12-volt 10-amp plug. But you have 2 large 3-inch wheels. Now, those 2 large 3-inch wheels are actually very beautifully well done, so you can actually roll it around like a suitcase. So, with that, you can roll it around like a suitcase. You have the 2 large wheels that rolls it around. You have the telescopic handle. You guys can tip it, and you guys can walk in. The door's open. But it can actually do everything with this as you need. Now, I was actually giving a cue to my kids and them because they're coming home. But yeah. So with this, guys, you can do more because of the size and ratio. They added wheels and then the handle. That handle is actually going to allow you to roll it around like a suitcase on grass, dirt, concrete, pavement, carpet. The only drawback with it is the weight to ratio is going to draw a little bit or sink slightly in sand. So you're going to feel a draw with this. Now, unlike the original, the 2000 V2, the 2000 Plus comes with an option with solar panels. You guys can get a single solar panel at like $2,200, or you can get it with 2 solar panels for $1,899. But you can actually do what's called a modular building to this. So you can actually get a full kit, and the full kit's actually kind of cool because you can actually add that battery that's sitting on top of it. So that's the variation of the difference between the 2000 V2 and the 2000 Plus. The 2000 Plus can add batteries. Now, you can actually add up to 5 batteries to this kit. So when you add the 5 batteries, guys, you're going to have over 12 kilowatts of hour power. The moment you stepped up past 3,000 kilowatts of hour power, you actually unlock what's called a green energy tax credit. You guys can reach out to your energy or utility company that you actually supply your energy. You can reach out to them, ask them about the green energy program, and you can tell them what you have, file up paperwork, and then, of course, possibly get a credit of your taxes or towards your bill, which is kind of cool. And that's actually really, really amazing that it can actually do that with this device. And what it can talk about is because you've added 5 batteries, that means you actually added your runtime. You doubled your runtime. So from like your window AC that could run normally, like 2 hours, you just doubled your battery runtime so you can run it for 4 hours, right? But the cool part is on the station alone, you can actually run, let's say, your Tigger MIG welder for like an hour's runtime. Once you add that battery, you're going to be able to run that Tigger MIG welder for 2 hours. If you have 5 batteries, 5 hours or 5.5 hours. But they thought about it as well, and they're like, well, let's kind of do something different that we haven't done on any of the other stations. Let's allow them to run what's called in parallel. You can run these in parallel to 2000 Plus systems and add 10 batteries total and have 24 kilowatts of hour power. Now, yes, you have 24 kilowatts of hour power. You also have 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, but 6,000 watts between the now 10 AC outlets. You're literally running your whole homestead off of the 2000 system. And that's actually kind of cool. But they did that on variations of changing the variations because the standalone system, like the 2000 V2, is their newer style, has that new honeycomb style, the body technologies and everything else in between. It's going to do well. And the price point's there. I mean, for $25.99, you can get the battery, the station, 2 solar panels at a great price point. Plus, you can use that 5% off code. or you can just get the system and the battery for, I think it's like $22.99 as well. The single battery on top of that is like literally $999, normally $1,600 price tag. So you have a bunch of different variations with those systems that's going to do amazingly well for you. But like we were talking about, that 2000 V2, their new technology, of course, is a size ratio thing. For those of you that don't want, let's say, a really huge system that's going to take all these extra batteries and all these extra solar panels, the 2000 V2 is going to be your option of that. And that is why they said, hey, let's do the 2000 V2 and let's build version 2 of the original 2000. Now, when they did that, they added a bunch of amazing technologies that just stand well in the system. So that's where it's kind of cool. Now, again, guys, normally it's going to be $1,500. Today, there's a $500 clippable coupon. So you're going to get it for like $9.99, right, for the system itself. Now, with that being said, you actually can clip the Apple promotion, because they do have a promotion down there for you. You're going to get a free E100 Plus system. That E100 Plus system is, of course, this little palm-sized device. So you're going to get that with, of course, the purchase of the 2000 V2 if you clip that extra promotion. And that promotion will be added in your cart with that. So you can, of course, add that to your cart, but also don't forget to clip the $500 off coupon. Now, if you don't want just the system, you guys can get the system and the dual solar panels for $14.99 because there's a $900 clippable coupon. Now, with that being said, you still get the option of the free 100 Plus with that system, of course. That 100 Plus is an amazing system, so you're going to get that free. But you can also, on this variation, use the 5% off. So you're also getting another 5% off of the $14.99, and that's going to save you even more money. It's a very amazing deals, price points, and packaging. So if you guys are looking for, let's say, the 2000 V2, the 2000 Plus systems, those are your larger systems that we were just going full depth into. It's an amazing product, can run pretty much whatever you want. Like literally, either of them can run window ACs. Either of them can run, of course, your kitchen stoves, your kitchen fridges. Either systems can run, of course, your gaming PCs, your laptops, your phones. You can do heated blankets. You can do space heaters. You can do, of course, pet heating pads. You can run your fish tank off of it. If you guys lose power and you're really worried about your pet fish, plug your fish tank into this and run it off of that. The solar panels are always fully waterproof, water resistant, can be put outside. The stations need to be protected. So you have all of those variations between the 2000 Plus and the 2000 V2. Both very, very beautiful little pieces and amazing products. Now, with that being said, I think we talked enough about the 2000 V2, the 2000 Plus. We're going to talk about the 100 Plus by itself. Now, we're going to move over, of course, into this, and we're going to talk about this little bad boy right here. This is the 1000 Plus system. The 1000 Plus system is their smallest but mightiest power station, right? 99 watt hours of power, 31,000 milliamps. It has dual USB-C connections. Those USB-C connections are in and out capable, so they can actually charge the device or charge something out of it with that. Now, you can actually use a 100 watt power state or solar panel to charge this, or the Mini 40 if you wanted, which is actually kind of cool. You also get this USB-C to USB-C cable. This cable is, of course, 100 watt capable. It also comes with, of course, the adapter. This is going to be your 30 or your we're going to say 80/20 plug to, of course, USB-C. This is going to allow you to connect up your actual solar stations to this. Now, this is actually a LiFePO4 cell, but it is TSA approved. So it can be taken on a plane, a train, or, of course, a bus and can pass through the checkpoints without a problem. So you don't have to worry about it. It can fit in there. Now, it is only 2 pounds of weight, so it is nice, lightweight, and acceptable to be used. Guys, you can run a Nintendo Switch off of this for 4.5 hours. You could charge your iPhone 14 about 6 times. You can even run a portable monitor and your Nintendo Switch for 3.5 hours without an issue. This is a nice little piece. And like I said, guys, if you buy the 2000 V2 or you guys buy the 2000 V2 and solar panels, this is a free gift included with that. Or you guys can buy it for $89, which is an amazing price. So any questions about those three stations, please ask, and I will answer as I can. Now we're going to move into the 240 V2. Now I actually have the 240 V2 sitting down here, but I'm actually using it. So we're going to show you guys what I'm using this for. The 240 V2 is another new product, 256 watt hours of power in this little package, under 8 pounds. Now I'm using it to charge my video lighting camera or remote for the video lights. If I actually hit this, you guys see the light went down and it come on. I needed charge, so I plugged it into the 240 V2. Now with this is a LiFePO 4 cell. The LiFePO 4 cell in this system is actually well done. It still has what's called Charge Shield 2.0. Charge Shield 2.0 is going to allow you to have this fully charged in 1 hour of charge time. That's an amazing idea. Now, at $179, it is a great price point for a product of this sort. Now, with this 256 watt hours of power, you can run a Bluetooth speaker for over 16 hours. You can charge your iPhone about 12 times. You can even run your house fan for about 4 hours. Even that flat screen TV could be ran off of this, or even a CPAP machine. Now with it, you do have two USB-C ports. You have a 100 watt port and a 15 watt port. The 100 watt port is an in and out connectable port. You also have a 15 watt USB-A port and the 12 volt 10 amp plug. Now just like the others, it actually has a flashlight, can come on and off, works with the app, and it is app control. It's the lightweight connectability of this because it is under an 8 pound package. This is literally 7.5 pounds. It's a nice lightweight piece. And to be able to charge it on a wall plug in like an hour's runtime is an amazing piece. Bear with me, guys. I know that Lois is having problems, so I'm giving her when I'm switching products. So we can actually do this. Now, this is, of course, the package deal. This is going to be the 240 V2 and Mini 40 solar panel. The 240 V2 and Mini solar panel is a beautiful package. Total weight of this system is less than 11 pounds. Now, the Mini 40 solar panel is a notebook-sized solar panel that is actually going to do 40 watts of charging, which means you guys can actually have this device charged in a few hours of charge time. And where it's going to be is approximately, if you have the 100 watt Solar Saga solar panel on this, it's going to be about 3 hours. But since you have the Mini 40, it's going to be a little bit longer than that, right? It's going to take you probably about 5 to 6 hours, maybe 7, to do this. Now, fully waterproof, water resistant. This is a $249 package, normally $349. Great price point today for this system. Now remember, if you guys are purchasing multiple products from Jackery today, use that 5% discount that's in that banner that we've shared in chat to save another 5% off. Fully beautiful, guys. 240 V2 and, of course, the 240 V2 with solar panel. Tri-full design, guys. This is an amazing little, beautiful little panel. I mean, watch this thing. It's actually kind of cool. Look at that. Oh, sweet. She can actually see it now. All right, cool. So, like I said, guys, 240 V2, Mini 40, great option, package point, $249. It's a great deal. Very amazing deal. If you guys have questions about any of the stations that we have talked about thus far, definitely ask. We're here to answer. Now, we're going to move in. We're going to kind of zoom through a little bit slightly. We're going to talk about the 300. 300 is another nice lightweight piece, but it is at $169 today, normally $279. 293 watt hours of power, has an AC outlet. These AC outlets are going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 600. It does have two USB-A ports and a USB-C port. Now, that USB-C port is a 60 watt in and out port. This goes to the original technology. Now, As you notice that we're having a lot of V2s, so they're moving away from the original technologies to points, but this one still stands the test of time, so this is actually still here. Fixed handle, 293 watt hours of power means you guys can run a Nintendo Switch for over 40 hours. Now, to fully charge this device, it's going to take about 3.5 hours on a wall plug. Here's where it's cool though. If you want to use the wall plug, which is a DC port plug, and you want to use that USB-C port at the same time to charge it, 2 hours fully charged. So you're cutting down that charge time. Lightweight, portable, great for, of course, multiple uses. Has that fixed handle, so most people can grab it. It's actually an easy grab with a nice large space, so no problem grabbing that. Now with it, of course, you guys can run multiple things from your DSLR batteries, like 15 to 16 charges. Your drone batteries, about 7 of those drone batteries, depending on the drone battery, right? Flat screen TV, that 60 watt flat screen TV, 4.5 hours. Your iPhone, about 31 charges. Your laptop, over 4 hours of runtime off of that laptop. Mini cooler, again, mini cooler is about the same wattage as a flat screen TV, so anywhere about 60 watts, 65 watts. 4.5 hours of runtime with this. Nice, lightweight, portable device at a very beautiful price point. Now, all of these do have flame retardant shells. They're all going to do that nice protection for you if you accidentally drop it at a low height speed or low height. But also very, very usable with the mini solar panels or the 100 watt solar panels. So, 300, another great option if you guys are looking for something like that. Check it out. Now, we're going to move back over to the table. Right back here, we're going to move over one product. Now, you're going to notice that the tablecloth kind of got moved when we were talking about the 2000 series. We're going to talk about that product right in the middle. That is what's called the 500. The Jackery Explorer 500 is another fixed-handled product. It has the original lithium battery pack, not a LiFePO 4 cell. It's an original lithium battery pack. But it does do 518 watt hours of power. Now, with that 518 watt hours of power, it's going to take about 5.5 hours to fully charge this device on a car cigarette lighter plug or a wall plug. So you have that usability with this. Now, if you have a 100 watt solar panel, 7.5 hours, it can actually be charged and up and running. Now, with this, you have a single AC outlet. That single AC outlet is going to do 500 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 1,000. Now, you do have 3 USB-A ports. Now, those are going to be 5 volt, 2.4 amp plugs. So, standard USB-A plugs. Now, with it, you also have the DC plugs, cigarette lighter, and the standard, and you also have the input. The one thing that I'm not going to show you, but just know it has, is a flashlight on the side, single color mode, or SOS pattern on the side of this. On a full charge, you're going to get about 30 hours of laptop play, 7 hours on a flat screen TV, 9 hours on a mini cooler, depending on that mini cooler size. I'm going to say you're probably going to get around 7 hours like the flat screen if you have a large flat screen, all right? Some other things you can run off it is electric heated blanket for like a little under 4 hours. Or if you really need to, let's do a backyard barbecue. Let's blend up some daiquiris. Let's blend up some milkshakes for the kids. 50 minutes of runtime on a blender. That's a good amount of runtime. For the campers, for the air mattresses, and of course inflatable rafts, that air pump's going to run anywhere from 7 to 8 hours. So a good runtime is where it's going to be at with this. Now, unlike some of the other ones, this does not have app control, all right? It doesn't have app control, so there's no app with this one. I'm just letting you know that's where it ranges. So the 500, guys, is $299 today. Normally $500 price package. Great little piece. Now, we're going to move up to the top of this stack. We're going to go to the 1000 V2. Now, yes, V2, every time you hear me V2 means version 2 of this product. That means there was an original 1000. Now, for some reason, my lighting is not bright up there today. Why is that? All right, my light's a little off, and I do apologize, guys, for that lighting. Let's see if I can pick up some light real quick off of my device. Let's see. Not sure that's going to help any, but hopefully. This is the 1000 V2. Now, the 1000 V2 is 1,070 watt hours of power in a LiFePO 4 cell package. Now, with the V2s, guys, you're going to hear in all these V2 versions, all have that new Charge Shield 2.0. Charge Shield 2.0 means you're going to have this fully charged in 1 hour time on a wall plug in fast charge mode. If you put it in quiet mode, it's going to take 5 hours just like the rest of them. Now with the 1000 V2, you actually have 3 AC outlets. Those 3 American Standard AC outlets, if you zoom on in, are going to do 1500 watts of charging capability. Can peak at 1000 if you need to go past the pure sine wave charging, right? Now with it, of course, you have 2 USB-C ports. One's a 100 watt port, one's a 30 watt port. You also have the 18 watt USB-A port down below. Why, Vaughn, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Now with it, of course, as well, you have that standard DC 12 volt 10 amp plug that you can plug in your cigarette lighters and devices into and run off of, like your air mattresses or your fuzz dusters, which you guys, if you know what a fuzz duster is, it's a handheld vacuum that you used to plug into your car for cleaning your cars. All right, just go on. Flashlight. Again, the flashlight can be controlled by the app. The app will actually turn the flashlight on or off or SOS pattern like the 2000 V2. Now, most of this, because it is a LiFePO4 cell, you're going to get about 4,000 life cycles or 4,000 charge cycles before it drops down to about 70 to 80% battery capacity. So what does that mean? That means after 4,000 charge cycles, the device will no longer charge to 100% battery to protect the battery. Now, it's not just to protect the battery. We can go into this because like your car battery, after a certain amount of years, your battery will no longer charge to full again like it used to. So your battery will only charge to a certain amount, and that's where this is going to go with that. Now, it still works there. It's certified safety from the SGS. It also has the FCC EMI Class B certifications, and most of these have up to about 52 forms of protection. This one, I think, has like 12 or so built into it, which is great. Wiley, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Now, with the 1000 V2, guys, you have a great option of the package by itself for $459. Normally a $799 price package. Or you can get the 1000 V2 and solar panel. The solar panel that's going to come with this is the 200 watt solar panel. That 200 watt solar panel is their largest panel, and you can actually plug 2 of these panels into the 1000 V2 and charge it in 3 hours of charge time. You heard me right. 3 hours with 2 of those large panels. The original 1000 did not allow for that panel. It only allowed for up to the 100 watt. The original 1000 also used an Anderson clip style plug. This uses, of course, the 80-20 plug. The 80-20 plug is that round DC plug, and I'll actually show you guys that right here on live camera. This is going to be that solar panel cable. On that is going to be your 80-20 adapter, right? Your 80-20 adapter, and then you pop it off. Actually, that's going to be your 80-20. It's going to be clear chrome. That's your 80-20. The top one is your 7090, or your 7909. 7909 is going to be like for the original 1000, the 240 V2, or the 240, the 290s, the 300s, and the 500s, all right? So that is going to be your plugs. Now, the 1000, of course, V2 uses the 80-20 plug to connect up that large panel, which is amazing. Now, with the 1000 V2, guys, you're going to get a nice runtime because it is 1,070 watt-hours of power. That means you guys can run your laptop about 14 times, 20 drone batteries, Bluetooth speaker about 50 hours, your heated blanket for over 20 hours if you need be. For those of you that want to run the mini cooler for about 14 hours, or your flat screen TV for about 10 to 14 hours, you can do that as well. Orbital sanders can be ran off of this. Your lawnmowers and other devices could be ran as well. It's an amazing piece. So you have both options, the 1000 V2 by itself or the 1000 V2 with solar panels for $749. It's an amazing, amazing package price point. Now, with that being said, we're going to move on to the 3000 Pro system. Now, the 3000 Pro system is their largest standalone kit. And we actually have it as a kit today, so that's where we're going to show you guys the 3000 Pro. We're going to bounce down to the table down below because, well, that's what we're going to move down to. Because the 3000 Pro is literally the mirror of the 2000 Plus. The 3000 Pro has 5 AC outlets. It is a 64-pound package by itself. It is a 102-pound package with, of course, both of those solar panels that comes in the kit. Now, the 3000 Pro is actually $2,199 today. at a great savings point. It was normally $3,699, so you're getting a great savings point of 45% off with that. That's an amazing package right there. Now with it, it'll take about 3 hours to fully charge this or 2.5 hours on a wall plug, 3.5 hours with 6 solar panels. All right, so 2.5 hours, under 3 hours to fully charge 3,024 watt hours of power. The 3,024 watt hours of power means you guys can run a window AC for over 3 hours. Your 520 watt refrigerator for 5 to 5.5 hours. That 60 watt flat screen TV can be ran for over 35 hours. That means you're up and playing video games during a power outage or just because you want to run it off of that and having fun. 64-pound package means it actually has 2 large 3-inch wheels. The 3-inch wheels are, of course, orange and black, and they do roll very smoothly. I've actually tested them on grass, dirt, concrete, pavement, carpet, and sand. My only drawback of the wheels is sand. The wheels, because of the 64-pound package, just like you would sink in sand, it sinks in sand unless it's compacted. Not a big deal, though. Still resilient in cold temperatures down to about -4 degrees, Fahrenheit, or about -20 Celsius if you need be. With the 5 AC outlets, because it does have 5 AC outlets, you can do 300 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 6,000 watts if you need to go max power. At max power, that means you guys can actually run a TIG or MIG welder off of this device for about an hour's runtime, right? Now with it, of course, your weed eater is about 3 hours, your lawnmower is about 3 hours of runtime, your 600 watt angle grinder is about 6 hours, or your chainsaw is about 2 hours. For those of you that live in like a little small space and you run a space heater, 6 hours is what that space heater is going to be able to run. Still a great runtime with that space heater. Most phone batteries, like your iPhone 14, which is like a 4,000 milliamp battery, if you have that, over 100 charges on that phone. For the people that want to do, like, let's say movie projectors outside, 21 hours of runtime on a movie projector, guys. That's like a 100 watt movie projector. Your 60 watt car refrigerator is going to be about 43 hours of runtime, or the 3 watt to 5 watt light bulb around 200 to 220 hours of runtime. This thing's going to allow you to run pretty much whatever you need in a package by itself. Standalone, but it comes with 2 solar panels. The 3000 Pro is an amazing, amazing piece of technology. Now, we are going to go into the 600 plus power station. So we're moving back down here to the table. We're going to go, of course, over to the end. And I just saw my lights flicker, and hopefully we don't lose power. Or the light bulb's not. That's the 600 plus. Now, the 600 plus is an amazing, amazing piece of technology. The 600 plus, what we're talking about, is 632 watt hours of power. It actually has that Charge Shield 2.0 technology built in. So you're going to get a 1 hour runtime or 1 hour charge time off of this device to give you your 632 watt hours of power. Now with this, it has 2 AC outlets that do 800 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 1600 if you really need to. It has 2 USB-C ports. One's a 100 watt port, one's of course a 15 watt port. Now, actually one's a 100 watt port, one's a 30 watt port on this one. You also have the 18 watt USB-A port is what I was thinking of on this as well. This actually only weighs 16 pounds, so it is actually nice and lightweight for you. Now with it, it works with the app. The app's going to allow you to control all of the switches or even the flashlight like we showed you guys before with the 2000. This will actually allow you to run a car refrigerator about 6 hours or your laptop about 7 hours as well. This is only 11 inches by 8 inches by 7.5 inches tall, which is actually very, very decently sized. Now that 1 hour charge rate's amazing to be able to get up and running, but the cool part is they actually allowed you to connect up to 2 solar panels. So you can actually connect up to 2 solar panels with this. Now, we're going to get into the solar panel in a second once we switch over to the next package. The station by itself is $399, but where it's really at is the 100 watt solar panel package that comes with this. You can get the 600 plus and their new 100 watt solar panel. That new 100 watt solar panel is actually a nice foldable design piece. This is your 100-watt solar panel. It actually has a kickstand on the back. It's a bifacial style design. It is fully waterproof and water resistant. It has a kickstand on the front. It does also have 2 clasps. Now, this package deals $599 today. $599 for a normal $750 package. Now, you're going to notice me start unfolding it. Yes, I'm unfolding this, but it is a large piece. There's 3 of your panels, and then if we do this again, you're going to have your 4th panel. Now, yes, I have this backwards because I'm showing you guys the blue side, but if I close it up and pop it over, you're going to see the monocrystalline solar cell in black variation. Bifacial means it's actually pulling light from both sides, which is actually kind of cool. So you're going to get this solar panel in this package with the 600 plus at a great price point of $599. So if you need a device of this styling or sort, 600 plus and 600 plus with solar panel is an amazing kit for you guys. Any questions about any of those products that we have shown you thus far? Wiley, what's new, buddy? How you doing? Lexi, how are you going from New York City? Now, we're going to go to another modular system before we get into solar panels. And we're going to talk about all the solar panel line in a second. But we're going to go into the 1000 plus system. And I haven't talked about the 1000 plus, but the 1000 plus system is a really cool system that's going to allow you to actually add batteries. Now, the 1000 plus system, if the camera's a little off today, I must have hit the camera before show, and I do apologize to everybody that I'm having to move it and readjust it. Sheila, what's going on? So this is the 1000 plus. The 1000 plus is a modular system, guys. Now, this is 1264 watt hours of power in a package of this size. Now, $679 today, normally $849. 1264 watt hours of power in a device of this size. Now, the AC outlets are going to do 2000 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 4000 watts. There are 3 of those standard American plugs. Now, with that, that means you have your both plugs and your standard ground with this. Now, with it has 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts charging capability, 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max, and that flashlight on the front. Now, it is going to take under 2 hours to fully charge this device. It is a LiFePO 4 cell system. It is, of course, going to give you about 4,000 charge cycles for 10 years before it drops down to 80% battery like the rest. On the 1264 watt hours of power, you can run a window AC, that 1150 watt window AC, for about an hour runtime. You can run your microwave, you can run your refrigerators, you can run your TVs, and you can run everything else in between. This is an amazing little piece by itself. At $679 is a great price point, but what I'm going to tell you is jump forward and actually get the 1000 plus kit. The 1000 plus kit is going to be, of course, the battery that's sitting above it, and 2 100 watt solar panels. Now, the moment you add that battery, it's going to move to 2,528 watt hours of power. That's right, 2,528 watt hours of power. What's even better is you can actually add 3 batteries to the system to go to over 5 kilowatts of hour power. The moment you jump past 3,000 watts, you can reach out to your utility company, ask them about the green energy program for your solar tax credit, and you'll fill out for it, and then they'll assume and let you know if you qualify. That's the modular piece of this, because you can actually add up to 3 batteries. That means you have 4 batteries total in a system of this size. That's actually a small package. That's very, very small device and package. Cool part is you can have 4 solar panels connected up to this. The kit alone, guys, is $13.99 today. So you're going to get that battery that's sitting there, that solar panel, and 2 of the 100 watt solar panels for $13.99. Now, no, that's not all you're going to get it for, because you guys can use that 5% code and get another 5% off. I will actually have Lois post that code in chat for you guys so you have copies of it. If Sheila's not busy on the other side, I'll actually have her share all the codes and discounts over there as well. So hopefully you guys can see it on both sides. If not, guys, jump over to the Jackery channel and you guys will see those codes for you. So 1000 plus is an amazing, amazing piece. Now we're going to move into the solar panels, guys. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about the 100 Prime. The 100 Prime is an amazing solar panel that they just started making and coming out with. This goes into, let's do a modular system. Now, modular with the system means it's going to come with a hardware kit like this. Your hardware kit may not be in a cardboard box like mine because I had pre-manufactured style kit. Inside this, of course, guys, you're going to be greeted with, of course, the actual bracketry. This bracketry is going to allow you to mount it to the roof of your motorhomes, your RVs, your sheds, your house, or your manufactured homes, wherever you guys want to mount it to. It has, of course, the 2 holes. Those 2 holes right there on that bracket is going to mount straight down on, of course, the device you're mounting it to. The other hole in this railing piece is going to mount to the actual solar panel. So you get 4 of those brackets inside this kit. On top of that, you're going to get, of course, the nuts and bolts for the 100 Prime. These nuts and bolts are going to come with the threaded washer and, of course, a locking nut with, of course, the silicone inside. So you have that locking nut. You get all the hardware for that. On top of that, they're going to give you guys the self-tapping screws to mount to your device, to mount it to wherever you're doing. It's got the self-tapping screw. It's got that nice watertight gasket, but I'm always going to tell you, when tapping through a motorhome, an RV, your house, your shed, or whatever, use a watertight gasket around it as well, or a sealant once it's on there so it does not leak. You want to always prevent your leakage, whatever mounting to that. Now with this is the 100 watt Prime bifacial solar panel. It's going to do 100 watts of charging, 18 volts. It is IP68 rating. And of course, my mic might act a little weird while I grab this, and I do apologize. So this is the 100 watt Prime panel. IP68 rating, 25% conversion efficiency in converting light to power. Has a 9.5 foot cable. That cable does have an Anderson clip on it, and it also has the 80/20 plug. That is this black cable right here. This cable does have it. Bifacial, you have the black side, and of course on the back side, you're going to be greeted with the opposite side of that panel. This panel is going to be aluminum housing, fully fixed. This is actually $179 today. Normally a $300 price tag with this modular solar panel. Very well worth and should be picked up if you guys want a fixed panel design. 100 watt Prime is definitely a go-to. Let me set that down so it doesn't break. And we're going to grab, of course, the Mini 40. So now we're going to go into the Mini 40. The Mini 40 is a really, really cool, small, compact, lightweight, notebook-sized solar panel. This is actually a beautiful piece. It is a magnetic clasp. The clasp will open up, and it will actually greet you to the trifold design of this quad panel. Now, this quad panel is actually nice, small, and lightweight. It's literally about 2 pounds of weight, right? 40 watts of draw if charging. This is going to be great for the 300 plus, the 300s, the 240s, the 100 plus, or whatever you really want. 23% efficiency to 24% efficiency in converting light to power with this device. 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide, half-inch thick, notebook sized at $99. That's a 23% savings. Now with it, of course, guys, you have that nice conversion rate of that converting of 40 watts a panel, IP68 rating, which means you guys can literally dunk this in the water. It's not going to hurt it. Now, I don't recommend dunking in the water, but you can do it. You can leave it running out in the rain. Make sure when you are plugged into this that it is, of course, plugged in tight. So what do I mean by that? You're going to take this plug right here off the solar cable, and you're going to plug it in there and make sure it's nice and tight and sealed. When it's not on, you have a gasket cover to go over that with that. So they do think about it. They added that, and I dropped the USB-C port, but it's all good. So Mini 40, guys, great little option at $99. With that being said, we have, of course, 2 more solar panels to show you guys before we go today. First and foremost is going to be the 100 watt original Solar Saga solar panel. This is this bifold design with kickstands. So you have these nice large kickstands that Velcro down. one on each side. You have an ETFE laminated handle. It will do 100 watts of charging at 18 volts. On the back side, you have a zipper pocket. This pocket is going to greet you guys to the cabling. Again, 9.5-foot fixed cable. Has the 8020 plug and the 7909 plug. The 7909 is a yellow plug. The 8020, of course, is going to be the chrome styling. With this, you have the USB-C, the USB-A port on this yellow brick. You can actually charge into those, and that means you guys can charge a cell phone right off of this. Now, those are going to do approximately, I think it's like 9 volts, 3 amps max for the USB-C side, 5 volts, 4 amps max on the USB-A side. So you can actually charge a laptop off of this, but it's going to take a while. You can charge your cell phone off of this without a problem. ETFE laminated handle, fully waterproof, water resistant, bifold design. Of course, it's going to grab a great amount of light. This is going to work on the 100 plus, the 300s, the 240s, the 500s. You can even plug it into the, the 600 if you want, or any of the other stations. It can actually take the power from the smaller panel and charge most stations without a problem. It's more geared to the 1000 and below, but you can actually do the bigger ones, guys. 23.5% to 24% efficiency in converting light, even in low light settings, in less than a 10-pound package. This is a really cool piece right here. Very great, very, very beautiful. And like it says, it actually shows right here, cell efficiency at 23%, voltage range, power current, power draws, output circuit voltage at 21.6 volts of short circuit. They give you all the technology you need on these panels. It's really, really amazing. And, of course, the handle means you can carry it pretty much wherever you want. With that being said, that's actually $209, normally $300, so you have a great price point. With that, we're going to show you guys the last solar panel. This is going to be the 200-watt Solar Saga solar panel. We're going to jump over here, and we're actually going to play a little video. This is the 200-watt panel. This is an IP68 rating. This is going to work on the 600 plus, the 1000 V2. It's going to work on the 1500 Pro, the 2000 Pro, the 2000 V2, the 2000 Plus, and 3000 Pro station. Now, with the station is IP68 rating, which means it can be out in the rain, out in the water, with dust, and you don't have to worry about it. Wash off the hose, and you're back up and running. 24.3% efficiency in converting light to power, which is amazing. It's going to take about less than 20 seconds to set it up. It is a trifold design with quad panels. This solar panel weighs approximately 21 pounds. Now, it is still a monocrystalline solar cell or silicone cell system with this. With it, it actually has, of course, the carrying case, and inside the case, there's a nice little zipper pocket. That pocket's got that 9.5-foot cable with, of course, the 8020 plug and the 7909 adapting plug on it. You're not really going to use that 7909. You're going to use the 8020 for the larger stations because it's the larger panel, and that's the plug they use. That cable is just an in-general cable that is, of course, there. With it, if you want to add more, get the Y splitter to add up to, of course, multiple solar panels to your station. From the moment I connected up to the 3000 Pro here and I grabbed my camera, it was about a 10-second delay. From the moment I grabbed that, turn the station on and grab that camera, it's already grabbing 153 to 154 watts of solar power, of charging power. That's amazing. And that's off just one piece automatically kicked up. If I left it there longer and I, of course, readjusted the solar panels to fit flat, and unlike the way I had it set, you're going to get that 200 watts without a problem as long as you have enough light. Guys, that's normally a $699 solar panel. It's $479 today. Now, with that being said, guys, a bunch of great deals. If you have 100 input generator, is correct to say I can't use a 200 watt solar panel. I'm not sure what if I have a 1000 watt input generator. If it only accepts 100 watt input, it's only going to pull in 100 watt input. So no, the 200 watt panel is probably not going to be the panel for you, but I'm not sure what station you're talking about, Lewis. I believe it's Lewis. If not, I can't see the little writing. If you guys would laugh at this, I'm literally reading that writing off of that. So If you, which station are you talking about? How about that? Which station exactly are you talking about? So, like most of the solar stations down here, like the 100 plus, can accept the 100-watt solar panel. You can accept the 100-watt solar panel on most of these stations without a problem. The only stations on the Jackery side that's going to accept the 200-watt charging rate of that charging panel is going to be the 600 plus, the 1000 V2, the 1000 or the 1500 Pro, the 2000 Pro, the 2000 V2, the 2000 Plus, and 3000 Pro. So those are going to be the ones that are going to allow it. Now, if your station says that it can accept 200 watts of input charge rate through the solar panel side, then yes, you can connect up that 200 watt panel. It's just a variation. You also have to make sure that it accepts the plug too. So with that, guys, bunch of great deals. We have that early access discounts for the 2000 V2. If you want the system by itself, the 2000 V2, it's $999. There's a clippable coupon on the webpage with that. If you guys want the 2000 V2 and the 200 watts panels, the two panels, $1,599. There's a $900 clippable coupon. Because it's over $1,000, you guys can also use that 5% discount code as well to save yourself another 5%, which is kind of cool. Now, with that being said, I'm going to be back on later tonight for a night show as well. So you guys are going to see another show tonight. I believe it is 9 o'clock Eastern, so 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. You guys are going to see another show here on all of these channels for the Jackery products. So with that, guys, I want to thank everybody for being here. Always give a follow, hit that live notification button down there on below. That way you guys know when we go live. Don't miss out on these sales because I guarantee a lot of these products are going to fly over the next few days. If you really are looking for one, I'd put it in your carousel or your cart, and I would probably use those discounts as you can, widely available. So with that, guys, I want to thank everybody for being here. I'm going to leave you guys. You know what? Let me do this. Let me pop this up. I have another video that I want to show you guys. So this is our outro video. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. This is the 2000 V2 outro video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you guys on the next show.